Hello and welcome back to the 9th part of the Minecraft pixel art tutorial for the Lara Croft pixel art. So we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to come right up to the top here, and what we're going to be doing actually is just underneath where we have these two lime terracottas. What we're going to do is going to go down to where underneath of this grey wall, I believe that, grey concrete. Then we have these two brown walls, and then we have these three spruce planks going down. And what we're going to be doing is to the left of the bottom spruce planks. What we're going to be doing is place two lime terracottas going down. That's one, that's two. Now switch to the brown wall. Underneath the lime terracottas, you're going to place one brown wall. And underneath the brown wall, you're going to place one grey concrete. Underneath the brown wall, underneath the grey concrete, you're going to switch to the brown wall and place one brown wall. Underneath the brown wall, you'll switch to the spruce planks and place three spruce planks going down. That's one, two, three. Switch to the brown wall, starting to the left of the middle block of the three spruce planks, you place three brown wall going down. That's one, two, three. Underneath the three brown walls, switch to the spruce planks, you place one spruce planks. Switching to the orange terracotta real quickly, you can place one orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left from that spruce planks, like that. Underneath the spruce planks, you can place one brown wall. Switch to the grey concrete. From that brown wall, you can place one grey concrete going diagonally down to the left. That's one. Underneath that, you can place one brown wall. And now underneath that, you can place two spruce planks. Actually, you can place three spruce planks going diagonally down to the left. So that's one, that's two, and that's three. Switching to the orange terracotta to the left of the bottom spruce planks that we just placed, you're going to be placing two orange terracotta going diagonally up to the right. That's one, that's two. And from that, switching to the brown wall, from that two orange terracotta, you can place one brown wall going diagonally up to the right. That's one. So it should look like this. Now we're going to come back up to the top here, where we have the second set of two lime terracottas here. So not this first set, but the two lime terracottas that we have here. And from that, what we're going to be doing is you're going to place three grey walls going up on top of this black concrete that we have here next to the two lime terracotta. So on top of the black concrete over here, you can place three grey walls going up. So that's one, two, three. And on top of that, you're going to be placing one grey concrete. On top of that, place one stone. Switching to the lime terracotta, on top of the stone, you can place two lime terracotta. That's one, that's two. And now switching to the dirt real quick, on top of the lime terracottas, you're going to be placing... Oh, bear with me. You place one dirt, so it should look like this. Switching to the grey concrete, starting from the dirt block that we just placed, you're going to place four grey concretes going up on the right. So it's one, two, three, four. So it should look like this. It is joint. I should have mentioned it. It's joint to the dirt, so it should look like that. And on top of that, you're going to switch to the grey ball, and you place one grey ball. On top of that grey ball, you place three grey concretes going up. So it's one, two, three. And now on top of that, you're going to switch to the lime terracotta, and you're going to be placing one lime terracotta. Now switching to the prismarine bricks real quick, starting on top of the lime terracotta, you'll place three prismarine bricks going across to the right. So that's one, two, three. Now to the right of this lime terracotta, you're going to be placing one prismarine brick. So it should look like this. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is, real quickly, with the prismarine bricks, starting from these three prismarine bricks, they'll be going across. You place four prismarine bricks going across on the lower level to the right. So that's one, two, three, four. Now place two prismarine bricks going across on the lower level to the right. That's one, that's two. Now place three prismarine bricks going down on the right. That's one, two, three. Now starting next to the on the left of the middle block of the three, you're going to place one prismarine bricks. Now place four blocks going across on the upper level to the left. That's one, two, two, three, four. Now starting on top of the left block of the four here, you can place one prismarine bricks. So it should look like this. Now you're going to be filling in this gap and this gap here with prismarine bricks. So it's this one and this one here. And now you're going to be switching to the I don't think we've even got it out yet. We do not. So we're going to be needing the andesite real quick. I don't know if I mentioned that, if we're going to be needing that. But yeah. Next to these 3 prismarine bricks, I'm going to place 1 andesite. I changed the block so it would be light grable, but I changed it in the recent updates I made to it to make it look better. But you can put light grable or andesite either way. I just think it looks better with the andesite there. Now switching to the cyan terracotta, starting on top of these 3 prismarine bricks, you can place 1 cyan terracotta, cyan wool even, sorry. It's 1 cyan wool. Now switching to the prismarine bricks again, to the right of that cyan wool, you place 4 prismarine bricks going across to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now switching to the cyan terracotta, not to confuse anymore, but this time we will be needing the cyan terracotta. From these 4 prismarine bricks, you can place 1 cyan terracotta going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. Now place 1 cyan terracotta going diagonally down to the left. That's 1. Now place 2 cyan terracottas going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. Now place 1 cyan terracotta going diagonally up to the left. 1. Now coming to these 2 cyan terracottas that we had placed, coming to the right block of the 2 underneath it, you're going to place 1 more cyan terracotta. So it should look like this. Now switching to the blue wool real quick, you're going to fill in this gap here with the... Actually, no, you're not. Very quickly, you're going to switch to the grey sand on top of this left cyan terracotta that we have here. You place 1 grey sand. Now switch to the blue wool, you're going to fill in this gap here with the blue wool. So it should look like this. Now switching to the grey concrete, coming to this cyan terracotta that we have here, you're going to be placing 3 grey concretes going down. That's 1, 2, 3. Now to the left of the middle block of the 3, you're going to place 1 cyan grey concrete even, sorry. So it should look like this. Now switching to the grey wool, underneath that 1 grey concrete that we just placed, you place 1 grey wool. So it should look like this. And now what we're going to be doing is switching to the black concrete underneath that grey wool, you place 6 black concretes going down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now switching to the spruce planks underneath the 6 black concretes, you can place 2 spruce planks going down. That's 1, 2. Switching to the black concrete underneath the 2 spruce planks, you're going to be placing 5 black concretes going down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now switching to the spruce planks underneath the 5 black concretes, you can place 3 spruce planks going down. That's 1, 2, 3. And now I'm just going to quickly... 4, 5. Switching to the grey wool underneath the 3 spruce planks that we just placed, you're going to place 8 grey wool going down underneath them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now what we're going to be doing is starting from the bottom block of the 8, moving up 1 block to the 7th block here, you place 6 grey wools going up alongside it on the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should look like this. Now switching to the black concrete, coming to underneath where we had these 8 grey wools going down, underneath it you're going to place 1 black concrete, and underneath the black concrete you're going to place 2 grey wools going down. That's 1, that's 2. Now from the top block of the 2 grey balls, you place 2 grey balls going diagonally up to the left. That's 1, and that's 2. Now switching to the grey concrete, you're going to fill in this gap with the grey concrete. Switching to the black sand, starting on top of this grey ball here that we have here, you place 1 black sand. And now what we're going to be doing is switching to the black concrete, starting on top of the black sand, you're going to place 5 black concretes going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now place 2 black concretes going diagonally up to the left. That's 1, and that's 2. Now place 2 black concretes going up on the right. That's 1, 2. Now place 2 black concretes going just 2 black concretes go up on the left. That's 1, 2. Now switching to the black sand, coming to where we have this top black concrete of these 2 going diagonally up to the left, to the very left one. On top of it, you can place 2 black sand. That's 1. That's 2. Now switching to the let me just black concrete for a second. Sitting on top of these 2 black concretes that we'd go up on the right here. On top of that, you're just going to place 1 more black concrete, and on top of that, switching to the grey ball, you're just going to place 2 grey ball going up. That's 1. That's 2. Switching to the black concrete again, starting on top of the 2 grey ball, you place 2 black concretes going diagonally up to the right. That's 1, that's 2. And now place 2 black concretes going across on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. Starting on top of the right block of the 2, you can place each can place a linked set of 2 black concretes going across to the left, to the right even. That's 1, that's 2. So it should look like this. And now place 1 black concrete going diagonally up to the right. That's 1. And now what you're going to be doing is, with the black concrete, you're going to be filling in this gap with the black concrete. Not going to time lapse it, there's no need for that. So it should look like that. Okay, so continuing down to have this 1 black concrete underneath these 8 grey balls. Underneath that black concrete, we have these 2 grey balls going down. What we're going to be doing is switching to the grey concrete, coming to where we had these 8 grey balls, starting adjacently from where we had this black sand to the right of that, you're going to be placing 1 grey concrete. So it should look like this. Switching to the lime terracotta underneath that grey concrete, you'll place 2 lime terracottas going down. That's 1, that's 2. Now switching to the grey concrete again, starting underneath the 2 limes, place 3 grey concretes going down. That's 1, 2, 3. To the left of the bottom block of the 3, you're going to place 1 grey concrete. Switching to the grey ball, underneath the 3 grey concretes that we had going down, place 2 grey balls going down underneath them. That's 1, that's 2. Switching to the black concrete, to the left of the bottom block of the 2 grey balls, you'll place 2 black concretes going down. That's 1, that's 2. To the right of the bottom block of the 2 black concretes, you'll place 1 black concrete. Now switching to the grey ball, starting underneath the right block of the 2 black concretes that we had going across, you place 2 grey balls going across to the left. That's 1, that's 2. Underneath the left block of the 2 grey balls, place 1 grey ball. And now switching to the grey concrete, underneath these 2 grey balls going down, you can place 2 grey concretes going down. That's 1, that's 2. To the right of the bottom block of the 2 grey concretes, you can place 3 grey concrete going up. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So it should look like this. And now switching to the stone, to the right of the bottom block of the 3 grey concretes that we're now going down, to the right of that you can place 1 stone, and underneath the stone you can place 3 grey concretes going down. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place 2 grey concretes going down, a linked set of 2 grey concretes going down on the left. That's 1, and that's 2. Now switching to the cyan terracotta real quick. Starting on top of these 2 grey concretes that we have, you're going to place 1 cyan terracotta. To the left of that cyan terracotta, you're going to place 1 grey concrete. On top of that grey concrete, place 1 grey ball. And now switching to the blue ball, you're going to fill in that gap here with the blue ball. And now switching to the cyan terracotta again, underneath these 3 grey concretes going down, what we're going to be doing is place 6 cyan terracottas going down underneath them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And switching to the grey concrete, starting from the bottom block of the 6, you place 2 grey concretes going up. That's 1, that's 2. Now place a linked set of 2 grey concretes going up on the left. That's 1, that's 2. Starting on top of those 2 grey concretes, you'll place 1 grey ball. On top of that 1 grey ball, you'll place 1 black sand. And switching back to the grey ball, on top of that black sand, you place 2 grey ball going up. That's 1, and that's 2. And switching back to the cyan terracotta, going to fill in this gap here with the cyan terracotta. So it should look like this. Now switching to the lime terracotta, starting next to the bottom block of the 6 cyan terracottas, moving up 1, so to this block here, is going to start by placing 1 lime terracotta. That's 1. Switch to the stone underneath the lime, you can place 2 stone going diagonally down to the left. That's 1, and that's 2. Starting underneath the right block of the 2 stones that we had, underneath this block here, you place 1 stone. Switching to the cyan, no, underneath that stone you place 1 lime, sorry, so it should look like this. Switching to the cyan terracotta, starting underneath that lime, you're going to place 3 cyan going down. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Now underneath the stone that we have here, you can place 2 cyan going down as well. That's 1, that's 2. Switching to the grey concrete, underneath those two cyan terracottas, you place 2 grey concretes going diagonally down to the right. That's 1, that's 2. And now place 2 grey concretes going diagonally down to the left. That's 1, that's 2. Now switching to the grey wall, underneath, well, to the right of the bottom block of the 2 grey concretes that we have, or a total of 3 now, but to the right of the bottom block, you place 1 grey ball. Now place 2 grey ball going up on the left. That's 1, that's 2. To the right of the top block of the 2, you'll place 1 grey ball. Switching to the black sand, on top of these 2 grey ball, you'll place 1 black sand. On top of the black sand, switch back to the grey ball, place 3 grey ball going up. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now coming back to where we had this second grey concrete going diagonally down to the right here, you'll switch to the lime terracotta. From that grey concrete, you'll place 1 lime terracotta going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. Switching to the stone, underneath the lime, you'll place 2 stone going down. That's 1, 2. Switching to the cyan terracotta, underneath the 2 stone, you'll place 2 cyan going across to the left. That's 1. That's 2. Starting on top of the left block of the 2, you can place 3 cyan going up. That's 1, 2, 3. Switching to the stone, starting underneath the right block of these 2 cyans, you're going to place 1 stone. To the left of that stone, you're going to place 1 grey concrete. Switching back to the cyan terracotta, underneath that grey concrete, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be placing 2 cyan terracottas going down. That's 1, that's 2. Moving over to the stone here, to the right of that grey concrete, you place 4 cyan terracottas going down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Switching to the grey concrete, underneath these 2 cyan terracottas that we just placed a minute ago, you place 2 grey concretes going down. That's 1, that's 2. Now place 1 grey concrete going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. To the left of that grey concrete, you'll place 1 black concrete. And now switching to the grey wall, from that black concrete, you'll place 1 grey wall going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. Now switching to the grey concrete, to the right of that grey wall, you'll place 1 grey concrete. And to the left of that grey wall, you'll place 2 grey concrete going down. That's 1, that's 2. Now place a linked set of 3 grey concretes going down on the right. That's 1, 2, 3. To the left of the bottom block of the 3, you'll place 1 grey concrete. Switching to the blue wall, on top of that grey concrete that we just placed, you'll place 1 blue wall. And now switching to the grey wall, underneath those 3 grey concretes that we had going down, you'll place 2 grey wall going down. That's 1, that's 2. Switching to the grey concrete, underneath those 2 grey walls, you'll place 3 grey concretes going across to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Starting on top of the middle block of the 3, you can place 1 grey concrete, and underneath the middle block of the 3, you place 2 grey concretes going down, which should make contact with the ground. Switching to the black concrete, to the right of the bottom block of the 2 grey concretes that we just placed, you place 2 black concretes going up. That's 1, that's 2. To the right of the top block of the 2, you'll place 1 black concrete. So it should look like this. And now what we're going to be aiming to do is fill in the rest of that, and we're going to try and finish the shirt. So, I thought it'd just be easy to outline it all before we got started. Okay, so what we're going to be needing is... It's a good question, what are we going to be needing? What we're going to do is I'm going to get out the light grey ball first. I'm going to get that out of the way, since we already have that in our inventory anyway. So what we're going to be doing is coming to where we have these 4 prismarine bricks going down that we just placed in the last part. You're going to be placing 1 light grey ball going diagonally down to the right from it. So that's 1. Now on top of that light grey ball, you're going to place 2 light grey ball going up on top of it. So that's 1, that's 2. Now place 2 light grey ball going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And now place 1 light grey ball going diagonally up to the right. That's 1. And now place 2 light grey ball going up on the right. That's 1. That's 2. I'm going to fill this gap and this gap with the light grey ball. So it should look like this. Now switching to the grey sand, starting on top of those two light grey balls that we placed, you place one grey sand. And now switching to the stone, I'm going to be doing is on top of these two prismarine bricks that we have exposed here, starting on top of the left block, you place two stone going across to the right. So that's one, and that's two. Switching to the light grey ball, starting on top of the right block of the two stone, you're going to be placing one light grey ball. I'll place another light grey ball going diagonally down to the right. That's one. Switching to the grey sand, starting on top of that light grey ball, you place one grey sand. Switching back to the light grey ball, starting from this light grey ball here, you can place one light grey ball going diagonally down to the right. That's one. And now what we're going to be doing is you can place. Is that right? Yeah, you're going to be placing 5 light grey ball going up on the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, moving down a block from the top 5, from the top, we're going to move down one. And place one light grey ball to the right of that. Now, place 2 light grey ball going up on the right. That's 1, 2. To the left of the top block of the 2, you can place one light grey ball. And to the left of that block, you can be switching to the grey sand. You can place one grey sand. Switching to the andesite, you're going to fill in this gap here with the andesite. So it should look like this. Switching to the light grey ball, you're going to fill in this gap here with the light grey ball. That's 1, that's 2. So it should look like this. Now we're going to move back down a bit for a bit. And to the left of this light grey ball here, we're going to be placing 2 andesite going across to the left. That's 1, that's 2. And from the right block of the 2, you can place 2 andesite going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, that's 2. And from the left block of the 2, you can place 1 andesite going across, or diagonally down to the left even. So it should look like this. And now switching to the light grey sand, which I don't know if I said we needed, but I have updated it, so it will be needing the light grey sand. We may be having to remove blocks from our inventory just to make room, but that's alright. So starting on top of the second block of these 2 andesites here, you place 1 light grey sand. Now switching back to the andesite, starting on top of the light grey sand, you're going to place 2 andesites going up on top of it. So that's 1, and that's 2. So it should look like this. Now switching to the light grey sand again, you can fill in these 2 gaps with the light grey sand. So it should look like this. Okay, so now we're going to be doing is switching back to the andesite. Coming to where we have these 3 light grey balls going across. To the right of it, you're going to place 2 andesite going down. That's 1, that's 2. Now place 1 andesite going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. On top of that, you can place 1 andesite. And place 1 andesite going diagonally up to the right. And now place 1 going diagonally up to the left. That's 1. Now fill in this gap with the andesite. Switching to the light grey sand real quickly, starting on top of the right block here of these 3 andesites, you can place 2 light grey sands going up. That's 1, that's 2. And what we're going to be doing next is switching back to the andesite, starting on top of the 2 light grey sands. You can place 2 andesite going diagonally up to the right. That's 1, and that's 2. Switching to the light grey ball, to the right of that andesite, you can place 2 light grey ball going down. That's 1, that's 2. And now we're going to be needing another block. So I'm going to be removing the red wool from my inventory. Don't need it. I don't think we're going to be needing it for a while, actually. So what we're going to be needing is the diorite. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's how it's spelled. So to the left of the bottom of the to the left of the bottom block of these 2 light grey balls that we just placed, you're going to place 1 diorite. And now you're going to be placing 5 diorites going down on the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now place 2 diorites going down on the left. That's 1, that's 2. Now switching to the light grey ball real quick. To the left of the bottom block of the 2 diorites, you can place 1 light grey ball. Now switching back to the diorite to the left of that light grey ball, you place 2 diorites going down. That's 1, and that's 2. To the left of the bottom block of the 2 diorites, you can place 2 diorites going up. That's 1, 2. So it should look like this. I'll place 1 diorite going diagonally up to the right. That's one. So it should look a bit like this. What we're going to be doing next is coming to where we have these two light grey sands here. Actually, it's fine, we've done it. I almost made a mistake, it's fine. What we're going to be doing is going to be filling in this gap with the diorite. So it should look like this. And switching to the light grey sand, you're going to fill in this gap here with the light grey sand. Okay, so it should look like this. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next, it's a bit difficult to navigate this particular section of... Okay, that's where we are. Okay, so switching back to the diorite, coming to where we have these two light grey balls, in place to the right of the top block, you're going to be placing 3 diorites going up. That's 1, 2, 3. To the left of the middle block of the 3, you're going to place 1 diorite. Switching to the andesites on top of that diorite, you place 2 andesite. That's 1, that's 2. Switching to the light grey sand, you're going to be to the right of the top block of the 2 andesites, you can place 2 light grey sand going up. That's 1, that's 2. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be needing the white terracotta, and what we're going to be doing is switching to the placement block from these 2 diorites. You're going to place 3 placement blocks going across to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Switch to the white terracotta. Yeah, that's fine. Switching to the white terracotta, what we're going to be doing is place 4 white terracottas going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top block of the 4, you're going to be placing 7. Is it 7? No, it's going to place 8 white terracottas going up on the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now place 1 white terracotta going up on the right. That's 1. And now you're going to be placing 8 white terracottas going down underneath that 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. And now place 4 white terracottas going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should look like this. What you're going to be doing next is switching to the light grey sand. You're going to fill in these 2 gaps here with the light grey sand. So it should look like this. Now starting on top of these 8 white terracottas, I know it's probably more than that, but starting on top of the left set of white terracottas that we have here, you're going to place 3 light grey sands going up. That's 1, 2, 3. Switching back to the white terracotta, starting on top of those 3, you can place 3 white terracottas going up. That's 1, 2, 3. Starting next to the middle block of the 3, you'll be placing 1 white terracotta. Now place 1 white terracotta. Now place 2 white terracottas going down on the right. That's 1, that's 2. Starting next to the left block, next to the top block on the left, you can place 1 white terracotta. Now from these 2 white terracottas that we have here, you can place 2 white terracottas going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. Starting underneath the right block of the 2 white terracottas, place 2 white terracottas going down. That's 1, that's 2. Okay, we don't have any of those blocks out just yet, so we're going to be needing them, but not just yet. We're going to switch to the white terracotta. So actually switch to the placement block first. To the right of these these white terracottas, you place 1 placement block. And then to the right of that placement block, you place 1 white terracotta. Place a placement block on top of that white, and on top of the placement block, you place 1 more white terracotta. So it's 1. So it should look like this. Now switching to the white wool, so we're going to be needing to get rid of another block. So I'll get rid of the cyan wool for now. I don't think I'll be needing that. So I'm just going to get the white wool out. Now to the right of this white terracotta here on the ground, you place 4 white balls going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place 1 white ball going diagonally up to the left. That's 1. Now place 3 white balls going up on the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place 3 white balls going up on the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place 2 white balls going up on the right. That's 1, that's 2. And now what we're going to be doing is filling in this 1, 2, and 3 gaps. You can fill in those 3 gaps with the white wool. So it should look like this. Now underneath these 3 white terracottas that we had going down here, underneath it you can place 1 white wall. Switch to the white terracotta, you can place 1 white terracotta going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. Switching back to the white wall, underneath that white terracotta, you place 1 white wall. Switch to the prismarine bricks starting to the right of that white terracotta here. You place 3 prismarine bricks going down. That's 1, 2, 3. Switch to the light grey ball underneath the prismarine bricks. You place 1 light grey ball. Underneath the light grey ball, you place 1 diorite. Underneath that diorite, you can place 1 white terracotta. And underneath that white terracotta, you're going to place 1 white wall. So it should look like this. To the right of that white wall, you're going to switch to the grey wall, and you can place 1 grey wall. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be needing another block, so we're going to need that actually. I'm going to get rid of the, what are we not going to need for a while? The lime concrete powder, and I'm going to get the snow out. So just get the snow, and you're going to fill in this gap here with the snow. That's not right actually. I just realised. Before we do that, sorry if I made you fill in that before I meant to get you to the left of this bottom block of these 2 grey concretes that were going down, part of this cross shape, I guess. To the left of the bottom block, you'd place 1 light grey ball, and on top of the light grey ball, you're going to be placing 1 stone. Now, switching to the snow. I think I picked up my lime powder again. There we go. Now, switch with the snow. You're going to fill in this gap here with the snow. So it should look a bit like this. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is coming to where we have this cross shape made out of the grey concrete, starting on top of the 4 grey concretes in the centre of it. You'll be switching to the cyan terracotta, and you'll be placing 1 cyan terracotta. Now switching to the black wall, starting on top of this grey wall here, you place 3 black wool going up. That's 1, 2, 3. Now switching to the black sand, starting on top of the 3 black walls, you're going to be placing 5 black sand going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now starting on top of the 5 black sand, you're going to be switching to the grey ball and place 1 grey ball. And now switching back to the black sand on top of the grey ball, you're going to place 4 black sand going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now moving back down to where we had these 3 prismarine bricks, starting on top of the prismarine bricks, you'll be placing 1 grey sand. Now switching back to the light grey sand real quick, to the left, on top of the white terracotta, you're going to be placing 1 light grey sand, so it should look like this. Now switching to the diorite, on top of the light grey sand, you can place 1 diorite, and on top of the diorite, you're going to be placing 1 light grey sand. Now switching to the light grey wall, on top of the light grey sand, you place 2 light grey balls going across to the right. That's 1, that's 2. Now switching back to the prismarine bricks, you're going to fill in this gap here with 2 prismarine bricks. That's 1, that's 2. Now starting on top of the right block of these 2 light grey balls, you place 1 prismarine bricks. And on top of that, you're going to place 1 grey sand. And on top of that grey sand, you're going to switch to the cyan terracotta and place 1 cyan terracotta. Now switching back to the light grey balls, starting on top of the left block of these 2 light grey balls that we just placed a minute ago, you place 3 light grey balls going up. So that's 1, 2, 3. Starting on top of the 4 light grey balls that we now have going up, we're going to be switching to the andesite and place 1 andesite. I'll switch to the white terracotta to the left of the andesite, place 1 white terracotta. And then with the placement block underneath the white terracotta, place 1 placement block. Underneath the placement block, place 1 white terracotta. So it should delete the placement block, and it should look like this. Now switching to the diorite, starting on top of this white terracotta here, you place 2 diorite going up. That's 1, that's 2. Switching to the prismarine bricks, starting on top of this andesite that we have here, place 1 prismarine bricks. And from this diorite here, these 2 diorites from the right, you can place 1 prismarine bricks going diagonally up to the right. It should be next to this black sand here. Now switching to the grey sand, you're going to fill in this gap here with the grey sand. Now switch back to the andesite from that grey sand. You can place one andesite going diagonally up to the left. And now what we're going to be doing is switching to the andesite, the diorite. From this andesite, you can place one diorite next to it on the left. So it should look like this. And now switching to the light grable, wherever that is. Oh, there it is. Starting on top of this andesite here, you'll place 4 light grables going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. To the left of the top block of the 4, you can place 1 light grable. And now switching to the placement block underneath the light grable, place 1 placement block. Underneath the placement block, place 1 light grable. And now you can delete the placement block. And now what we're going to be doing is switching to the stone, starting on top of this prismarine bricks that we have here, to the right of these 4 light grables, you place 1 stone. And switching to the cyan terracotta, that's not cyan terracotta. On top of the stone, you can place 3 cyan terracottas going up. That's 1, 2, 3. Switching to the prismarine bricks, starting on top of the right block of these 4 light grables, you place 2 prismarine bricks going up. That's 1, that's 2. Okay, so we're going to move down a bit again. Switching to the light grable, coming to where we have these 3 white terracottas going up. From the top block of the 3, you place 2 light grables going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. Underneath the right block of the 2, you can place 1 light grable. Switching to the andesite from the left block of these 2 light grables going across, you can place 1 andesite going diagonally up to the left. That's 1. Switching to the diorite. Switching to the... I can't find it. There it is. Switching to the diorite to the left of these 2 white terracottas, part of these 3. But to the left of these top 2, you'll place 2 diorite going up. That's 1. That's 2. Switching back to the light grable, from the left of the diorite to the top block, you'll place 2 light grables going up. That's 1. That's 2. Standing on top of the 2 light grables, you're going to be placing 1 light grey sand. So it should look like this. To the left of that light grey sand, you're going to be placing 1 grey sand. On top of that grey sand, you're going to be placing 1 andesite. And from that andesite, you can place 1 grey sand going diagonally up to the left. That's 1. Switching back to the light grable, we're going to be doing is from that grey sand to the right of it, you're going to place 2 light grable going up. That's 1. That's 2. Switching to the andesite, starting on top of the 2 light grables, place 1 andesite. Now place 1 block going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. Now place 1 block going diagonally up to the right. That's 1. Okay. And now what we're going to be doing is switching to the diorite, starting underneath this middle andesite here. You can place 2 diorite going down. That's 1. That's 2. Now place a linked set of 2 diorite going down on the right. That's 1. That's 2. To the right, the top block of the 2, you can place 1 diorite. Now place 1 diorite going diagonally up to the right. That's 1. And underneath that diorite, you place 2 diorite going down. That's 1. That's 2. Switching to the light grey sand, you're going to fill in this gap and this gap here with the light grey sand. That's 1. That's 2. So it should look like this. And now what we're going to be doing is... okay. Starting on top of the right block of these 2 grables that we had going across, you can place 4 light grey sands going up on top of it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now what we're going to be doing is you're going to be filling in this gap with the light grey sand, and you're going to fill in this gap here also with the light grey sand. Okay. And now, once again, we're going to be switching to the light grable. And to the right of this middle andesite that we have here, you place 3 light grable going across to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place a linked set of 3 light grables going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. So it should look like this. It should be making contact with this. And on top of the second block of the 4, I guess, or to the left of these 2 light grey balls that we're going across, you're going to be placing 4 light grey balls going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And to the right of the middle block of these 3 that are now exposed, you're placing 1 light grey ball, so it should look like this. Now switching to the grey sand, starting in this gap, you place 1 grey sand on top of this light grey ball. You place 2 grey sand going diagonally up to the left. That's 1, that's 2. Okay. And now moving down to where we had this shape here, we're going to switch back to the light grey ball, and on top of these 2 diorites, you're going to fill in this gap with the light grey balls. That's 1, that's 2. Okay, so now switching back to the prismarine bricks for a second here. Starting on top of these 2 cyan terracottas, you place 2 prismarine bricks going up. That's 1, that's 2. Now place 2 prismarine bricks going diagonally up to the right. That's 1, and that's 2. And now from there, what you're going to be doing is you place 2 prismarine bricks going across on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. Now place 3 prismarine bricks going up on the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And now place 2 prismarine bricks. Place 3 prismarine bricks going diagonally up to the right. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Starting underneath the middle block of the 3 prismarines, you can place 2 prismarines going diagonally down to the right. So that's 1, and that's 2. Switching to the cyan terracotta, to the right of that 1 prismarine bricks that we just placed, you place 1 cyan terracotta. And moving over to the left here with these 3 prismarines going up to the right on the middle block, you place 1 cyan terracotta. Switching back to the prismarine brick, starting on top of this cyan terracotta that we've just placed, you place 2 prismarines going across to the right. That's 1, that's 2. And now what we're going to be doing is underneath the right block of the 2 prismarines, you're just going to place a stack of prismarines going down until you hit that andesite down there. So it should look like this. And from that you can place a linked set of 2 prismarines going down on the right. That's 1, that's 2. And from that you're going to fill in this gap and this gap with prismarine, okay? So it should look a bit like this. Now switching back to the cyan terracotta, starting next to the top block of these 3 prismarines here, you place 2 cyan terracottas going down. That's 1, that's 2. Now switch to the blue wool, you're going to fill in this gap here with the blue wool. So it should look like this. Okay, now switching to the light grey sand, wherever that is. Starting on top of these 2 light grey balls that we have here, you're going to place 1 light grey sand. On top of that, you're going to place 1 diorite. And to the left of that, you're going to place 1 light grey ball. Now switch to the andesite, starting on top of the diorite here that we just placed. Place 1 andesite. And switching to the light grey sand, on top of this light grey ball, you place 1 light grey sand. Now switching to the light grey ball, sitting on top of this light grey sand, you can place 3 light grey balls. That's 1, 2, 3. On top of this andesite, you're also going to place 3 light grey balls going up. That's 1, 2, 3. Now switching to the prismarine again, starting actually, nope, not just yet. Switching to the stone actually, starting on top of these 2 prismarines, you can place 1 stone. And switching to the cyan terracotta, on top of the stone, you place 1 cyan terracotta. On top of that, you can place 1 grey concrete. And on top of that, you can switch to the black sand. You place 2 black sand going up. That's 1, 2. Now switching to the black wool, sitting on top of the black sand, you place 2 black wool going up. That's 1, that's 2. Switching to the stone, to the left of the bottom block of these 2 black sand, you can place 1 stone. Switching back to the cyan terracotta, on top of the stone, you place 1 cyan terracotta. Switching to the grey concrete, on top of the cyan, you place 2 grey concretes going up. That's 1, that's 2. On top of the 2 grey concretes, you can place 1 grey wool. And switching back to the stone from the grey wool, you place 1 stone going diagonally up to the left. That's 1. Switching back to the cyan terracotta, on top of the stone you place one cyan terracotta. On top of that you can place one grey concrete. Switch to the grey wool, on top of the grey concrete you place one grey wool. On top of the grey wool you can place one black concrete. Switching to the black wool, to the right of that black concrete you place one black wool. Underneath that black wool, switch to the placement block, you place one placement block. Underneath the placement block you place two black wool going down. That's one, that's two. Delete the placement block, and it should look like this. And now what we're going to be doing is switching to the prismarine bricks, starting on top of the right block of these two prismarine bricks that we had here. You place a linked set of two prismarine bricks going across on the upper level to the right. That's one, two. Now starting on top of the right block of these two prismarines, you place another two prismarines going across on top of them. That's one, that's two. Now place a linked set of three prismarines going across on the upper level to the right. That's one, two, three. Starting on top of the middle block of the three, you place two prismarines go up. That's one, that's two. Starting next to the top block on the left of these two prismarines, you place one prismarine. So it should look like this. Now starting on top, coming back down to where we have these three light grey balls go up, or these two light grey balls go across, starting on top of the right block of the two light grey balls, sticking with the prismarine, you're going to place two prismarines going diagonally up to the right. That's one, and that's two. Starting underneath that right block, you place two prismarines going down. That's one, that's two. I'll place a linked set of two prismarines going down on the right. That's one, that's two. Now switching to the grey sand, what you'll be doing is filling in these three gaps here with grey sand. So it should look like this. Switching to the stones, coming to where we have these two prismarines going across to the left. Underneath the left block of the two, you'll place one stone, and on top of the right block of the two, you'll place one stone. To the right of that, you can switch to the grey sand. You're going to place one grey sand to the right of that stone. I'll switch to the prismarine. Starting on top of the grey sand, you'll place one prismarine. And switching to the cyan terracotta. Starting to the left of that prismarine, you'll place one cyan terracotta. I'll place one cyan terracotta going diagonally up to the left. That's one. I'll place three cyan terracotta going across on the upper level to the right. That's one, two. Oh wait. I'll just place a linked set of three going across on the upper level to the right. That's one, two, three. Starting on top of the right block of the three, you can place another set of three going across to the left. That's one, two, three. So it should look like this. Switching to the grey sand, you're going to fill in this gap here with the grey sand. That's one, that's two. And now what we're going to be doing is come back down a bit and figuring out what we're going to start next. We're going to switch to the blue wool. Just dropped my grey sand, but can't be asked to replace it, so I'm just going to... There we go. Switching to the blue wool. Starting on top of these two cyan terracottas here that we had going on top of these two blue walls, you place two blue walls going across to the right. That's one, two. And starting on top of the left block of the two, you place another two blue walls going across to the right. That's one, that's two. Switch to the placement block. Starting to the right of these two blue walls, you place two placement blocks going up. That's one, that's two. Starting on top of the two placement blocks, you place one prismarine bricks. Now switch to the blue wall. From that one prismarine, you can place one blue wall going diagonally up to the left. That's one. Switch to the placement block to the right of that blue wall. You place two placement blocks going across to the right. That's one. That's two. Switch to the prismarine to the right of the two placement blocks. You place one prismarine. Delete the placement blocks. I just deleted the block. There we go. So it should look like this. And now switching to the cyan terracotta. To the right of these four grey concretes that we placed earlier, you'll place two cyan terracottas going up. That's one, that's two. To the right of the bottom block of the two, you'll place one cyan terracotta. Now place four cyan terracottas going across on the lower level, even on the lower level to the right. That's one, two, three, four. And now place two cyan terracottas going up on the right. That's one, two. It should be making contact there. And now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be filling in this gap here with the cyan terracotta. I'm not going to time lapse this one either as it's quite a small gap. There There we go. Perfect. And now, what we're going to be doing is switching to the grey concrete. Quickly, starting on top of this one cyan terracotta that we have here. Where this blue wall is to the left, and you're going to come to this cyan terracotta. You're going to be placing one grey concrete. On top of the grey concrete, you're going to place 3 black sand going up. That's 1, 2, 3. Switching to the grey wall to the right of the middle block of the 3 black sand, you're going to be placing 3 grey wall going up. That's 1, 2, 3. To the left of the top block of the 3, you're going to place 1 grey wall. Now, starting on the right block of the 2 grey walls going across, you're going to be placing 1 grey wall on top of it. Now place 2 grey wall going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. Now place 2 grey wall going up on the right. That's 1, 2. Now place 1 grey wall going diagonally up to the right. That's 1. Now place 3 grey wall going up on the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place 2 grey wall going up on the left. That's 1, 2. Now place 1 grey wall going diagonally up to the right. That's 1. And from these 2 grey walls, you're also going to place 1 grey wall going diagonally up to the left. That's 1. Switching to the cyan terracotta to the left of that 1 grey wall, you place 2 cyan terracottas going down. That's 1. That's 2. Switching back to the grey wall, underneath this 1 grey wall here, you're going to place 3 grey wall going down. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place 1 grey wall going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. Now place 1 grey wall going diagonally down to the left. That's 1. Now place 2 grey wall going down on the right. That's 1, 2. Now place 2 grey wall going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, that's 2. Now underneath the left block of the 2, you're going to place 1 grey wall. So it should look like this. You're going to fill in all of those small gaps there with the grey wall. So it should look a bit like this. And now what we're going to be doing next is, very quickly, from this 1 grey wall here that we're going diagonally up to the right, you're going to be placing 3 grey walls going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 2, 3. Underneath the 3rd block, you're going to be placing 4 grey walls going down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch to the placement block underneath the 4 grey walls, you can place 1 placement block, and underneath the placement block, you can be placing 1 grey wall. Delete the placement block and replace it with a black sand. So it should look like this. Switching to the black wool, real quick. Starting from coming to where we have this grey wall underneath this black sand, to the very right of that grey wall, and looking at the bottom block of these black concrete, you're going to place 5 black walls going down. That's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch back to the grey wall, to the left of the bottom block of the 5 black wall, you'll place 1 grey wall. Underneath that grey wall, you'll place 1 grey concrete. To the left of that grey concrete, you're going to place 1 stone. Switching to the cyan terracotta quickly, to the left of the stone, you're going to be placing 2 cyan terracottas going up. That's 1, that's 2. Now place a linked set of 2 cyan terracottas going up on the right. That's 1, that's 2. And now, what we're going to be doing is switching to the black sand. What we're going to be doing is filling in this gap here with the black sand, this very right gap. Okay. So it should look like this. And now I'm just going to double check whether we can do a quick time lapse. Maybe. Okay, there's 1 more block that we need to place in this section, and then we can do a time lapse, and that is we need to get the placement blocks out and come into where we had this 1 stone here that we just placed not long ago. To the left there is a cyan terracotta. To the left of the cyan terracotta you're going to be placing 1 placement block, and to the left of the placement block you're going to place 1 grey wall. Delete the placement block, and what you're going to be doing, actually let me just double check, I'm not sure. Okay, good job I double checked that actually, because we're about to do something very wrong. Coming to where we had these linked set of 2 cyan terracottas that we didn't place too long ago, on top of them you're going to place 2 grey concretes going up. That's 1, that's 2. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to fill in two sections. The first section is this section to the right. You're going to be filling in with the black sand. And once you've done that, you're going to switch to the grey concrete. And you're going to fill in this gap here with the grey concrete. So once we've done that, I will join you and we'll finish off the rest of the shirt. So let's get that done. Okay, so that is what it should look like right now. So what we're going to be doing next is all of that is pretty much done up until there. So what we're going to be doing next is switching to the cyan terracotta. And where we have this weird little part with the grey balls is we're going to have these three grey balls and it's sort of sticking out a bit here to the right. And from this right block of the three going across here, you place 5 cyan terracottas going up on the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching back to the grey ball, coming to where these two grey balls going across, and then we have this one cyan terracotta, and we'll place one grey ball adjacent to it, so it should look like this. I hope that makes sense. And now coming to the top block of the 5 cyan terracottas, to the left of it, you'll place one grey ball. So it should look a bit like this. Now switching to the placement block, and starting on top of these 5 cyan terracottas, you need to place one placement block, and then place one cyan terracotta on top of that. And I'll place one placement block on top, and I'll place another cyan terracotta on top of that. And on top of that, you're going to place another placement block, and on top of it, you can place 2 cyan terracottas going across to the right. So that's 1, that's 2. I can delete all the placement blocks. And now what you're going to be doing is, from the left block of these 2 cyan terracottas, you place a linked set of 2 cyan terracottas going across to the left. That's 1, that's 2. Now starting on top of the left block of the 2, you place 2 cyan terracottas going up. That's 1, that's 2. And now what we're going to be doing is, on top of that, 3 cyan terracottas that we now have going up essentially, you're going to place 1 stone. Switch back to the cyan. On top of the stone, place 1 cyan. On top of the cyan, place 1 more stone. To the right of that stone, you place 2 cyan going across to the right. That's 1, that's 2. And now you're going to be placing 4 cyan going down underneath that right block of the 2. That's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to fill in this gap here with 4 cyan terracottas. So it should look like this. I'll switch to the grey sand. You can fill in this gap with grey sand. I'll switch to the grey concrete, and on top of these 2 cyan terracottas on the right block of, you place 1 grey concrete. Now switching back to the cyan terracotta, coming to these 2 cyan terracottas, not too far from where we just placed that grey concrete. From the right block of the 2, you'll place 3 cyan terracottas going across on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place a linked set of 3 cyans going across on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now underneath the right block of the 3, you're going to place 1 cyan terracotta, and from that you can place 1 cyan terracotta going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. Now switching to the blue ball, in this gap here, you're going to be placing 1 blue ball, and on top of this 1 cyan terracotta, you're going to place 2 blue balls going up. That's 1, that's 2. Now place 3 blue balls going up on the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now switching to the placement block, coming to where we have these links set of 3 here, starting on top of the left block of the 3, you place 1 placement block. On top of the placement block, you place 1 prismarine. Switching back to the placement block, on top of the prismarine, you place 2 placement blocks going up. That's 1, that's 2. Now you're going to delete the bottom placement block, and you're going to leave the other one. And what we're going to do now is you'll switch to the blue wall. You're going to fill in this gap with the blue wall. Okay. So it should look like this. Delete that placement block, and you're going to replace it with grey sand. So it should look like this. And now what we're going to be doing is coming to where we have this backwards upside down L shape made of cyan terracotta. Let's switch to the grey concrete. Underneath the left block of these 2 grey concretes here, you place underneath the left block of these 2 cyan terracottas, you're going to place 1 grey concrete. Now place 2 grey concretes going down on the right. That's 1, that's 2. Now place 2 grey concretes going across on the lower level to the left. That's 1, that's 2. Now starting on top of the right block of the 2, you can place 1 grey concrete. I'll switch to the grey ball. You can fill in this gap with grey ball. That's 1, 2. Now diagonally down from those 2 grey balls, we're going to be doing is place 3 grey balls going down on the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now starting from the middle block on the left, you can place another 3 grey balls going down. That's 1, 2, 3. Now to where we have these 3 black concretes going across that we placed earlier, to the left of it, you're going to place 1 grey ball. And now place 1 grey ball going diagonally down to the left. That's 1. Now place 2 grey ball going down on the left. That's 1, 2. Now place 1 grey ball going diagonally down to the right. That's 1. Now place 4 grey ball going down on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to be doing is going to fill in this gap here with the grey ball. So it should look like this. Switching to the black sand, starting on top of these 2 black concretes that we had going on top of these 2 black sand, on top of these 2 black concretes here, and to the left of the top block of these 2 grey balls that we have. I'll place 3 black sand going up. That's 1, 2, 3. To the right of the top block of the 3, you're going to place 1 black sand. I'll switch back to the grey ball. I'm going to fill in this gap here with the grey ball. So it should look a bit like this. And now what we're going to be doing is switching back to the placement block to the left of the bottom block of these 2 grey balls that we have going down here. You place 1 placement block. Now switching to the cyan terracotta to the left of that placement block, place 2 cyan terracottas going up. That's 1, that's 2. And now place 4 cyan terracottas going up on the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place 1 cyan terracotta going diagonally up to the right. That's 1. And to the right of that, you're going to be placing 2 cyan terracottas going diagonally down to the right. So 1 here, and then 1 go diagonally down from it. So it should look like this. And now place 2 cyan terracottas going down on the left. That's 1. That's 2. Now to the left of the top block of the 2, you're going to place 1 cyan terracotta. So it should look like this. You fill in this gap here with the 2 cyan terracottas. That's 1, 2. Switch to the blue wall. We're starting on top of these 2 cyan terracottas that we had here. You're going to place 2 blue walls on top of them. That's 1, that's 2. And now, let me just double check. I think we're about to finish off the shirt. Yes, we are. We're going to finish off with time lapse. With the grey concrete, you're just going to fill in all of the gaps, including this one. We'll do that now. Fill that grey concrete. And all of the other gaps in this shirt get filled in with the grey concrete, and then we'll be done. So I'll see you once we've done. Okay guys, so that is what the shirt should look like once it has finished. And in the next part we will make a start on the arm, and the arm actually isn't as bad as the other one. It's actually a lot easier because there's no bandage, so we should be able to get that done as quickly as possible. So hope you've enjoyed part 9 of my Lara Croft pixel art tutorial series, and with all that said, I shall see you in the next part. Goodbye.